Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome back to X11 and welcome back to the Premiere. Today taking flights with airBaltic in their Airbus A220, and of course being a Premiere it means that once again flying in the real world, not in the sim, well, flying in the sim but not flying as a live stream, flying as a pre-recorded video. And yeah, leg 2 of today. So this morning flew from London Stansted to Oslo Gardermoen with Ryanair. Been in Oslo for about 6 hours now, and then taking flight from here in Oslo Gardermoen to Tampere Pirkkala airport. So about an hour or so flight time today, not the longest leg in the world. And of course the A220 being the well, the classic aircraft it now is, the former BTS-3, the Bombardier series. So yeah, this is a Riviere model, which from the externals they're not too bad. You hit the cockpit, it's only a different world, but Riviere's developer, they've basically carried X-Plane throughout its 9 and 10 variants with all their freeware aircraft. But until we get another A220 in flight sim, which I believe the next one looking to be the MSFS release, the ones partnering with, I can't remember the developer's name, they're partnering with Flyboy for it. But yes, very excited, flying this aircraft again, one that I've got a little bit of experience in, although, admittedly, not many people actually stream or showcase it, so he's got the only videos available on YouTube, so here's what it is. So yes, airBaltic A220 today from Oslo Gardermoen to Tampere Pirkkala. Hour flight time today, and yeah, let's jump in the cockpit and set everything up. Yeah, it's one of these aircrafts. Now, I'll give it what it's worth. It's not the best aircraft in the world, but honestly, it does a job, and it does a job pretty well. Right, first things first, batteries come on, followed by the ground power units. Avionics come on. Flight controls 1, 2, 3 active. Right, let's go set up the flight management computer. Actually, before we do that, let's set the aircraft to board. So menu, start a flight from Gardermoen to Tampere, GT514, 35,000 cruise, 1 hour 500 o'clock, departure in approximately 4 o'clock, 47 past now, so we'll say 48, parts at 5 past, so 15, 16, 17 minutes for departure. A220-300, 126 passengers. In particular on PACX has a 2-class layout. In reality I believe airports just have a single class, there's no first class partition. We have got airBaltic safety briefing and boarding music, so we'll be using both of those. Yes, the snacks. A meal service is not provided by default, but you can buy meals in the aircraft. I know, I've done that. Customs card's not required. Flight number does not continue. And with that, passengers can now start boarding. So, let's all that get going. First I'm going to do is actually set up our fuel and payload. This aircraft doesn't have a payload manager, and I don't think it's compatible with SAM, unfortunately, so we're going to have to miss out on that. So Oslo Gardermoen, Tampere Pirkkala, BCI 76 Alpha, which is airBaltic 76, BT 154 flight number, departure runway 19 right, arriving runway 24, stand out for 3 arriving, gate 41 departing. So you can't use the ground services, aircraft not compatible, therefore we're going to have to make do without. Right, weight and balance. Love this menu. So, block fuel today is going to be in kilos, thank you very much. 5501. That's fine. And the payload weight today, payload weight is 13.1, so 13,100 to do. There we go. Aircraft's loaded. Jump down to flight management computer and let's set this up, starting with a flight plan. Oslo Gardermoen's Echo November Golf Mike to Echo Foxtrot Tango Papa, thank you very much aeroplane. First waypoint is going to be Marsev. Next page, Marsev, we fly the direct to Sipri. From there, directs to Xormu, and that's the end of our flight plan. So 3 waypoints, spacing runway 19 right departure, SF6 Delta, and then runway 24 for arrival on the Xormu to Charlie. We will execute that. Flight plan's inputs. Seal sound can come on since passengers have now boarded. Well, fuel's now boarded, passengers still boarding. Right, head back to the flight plan, that's looking alright. There's our legs page, shows all the legs of course. Right, departure and arrival index, so departing runway 19 right. Currently on Unicom, no AT in Oslo, so we do without that. That's on the Mars 6 Delta. Execute that. Right, so we've got our flight plan plugged in, got our departure all configured. Let's listen to the ATIS and let's get our weather information for our flight today.
Winds 150 at 9 knots, visibility 10 kilometers, temperature 20 degrees Celsius. Dew point 11 degrees Celsius, altimeter 1006, few clouds at 4,400 feet, broken layer at 5,100 feet. Winds 150 at 9 knots, visibility 1.
Cool, so that's our information for the departure today. Got to bear in mind this aircraft, again, it's very old tech. You can't convert between hectopascals and what's it called? Can't convert between hectopascals and inches. You have to do with inches. Okay, here's what it says. Sticking on the legs page for now, so get that as a reference point. Co-pilot side has a camera as well, so you can use that as a reference point if we need to. It does show tunnel buildings, it shows everything else, I guess. Always handy. Yeah, that should do. So that is set. Go to our radio panel. 1 2 small 8 for Unicom. Set up our nav, and of course we get to Tampere. Toilets will close them for now. Yeah, that will do. So, back to our checklists. We are going to turn on the generators, turn on the inverters, set the APU air bleeds to APU, and then APU can now start. APU starter is that switch just there. Okay, got to find the right click slots for everything. Let's take a second. Hold that for a few seconds. Unfortunately, no way for me to check if the APU is starting, so I have to do it based on audio. Need mask caution and warnings. Initial climb will be onto the charts. Initial climb is transition at 10,000. Initial climb to 10,000 as well, but there's no ATC today, so we're going to be on Unicom. We'll just have to make do with that. Right, so cruising altitude flight level 350. Pretty much go straight to that. Find a click spot, and then just click and hold that until it gets to 3,500 again. There's no dragging, no mouse scroll wheel. This isn't quite the tech and glory of modern aircraft. This is very much an old world aircraft, as I say, so may do it until the MSFS one releases. Synaptic, that's it, the Synaptic Simulations A220. Those are the ones we're waiting for. Flight director on. Set the GPS mode to GPS source, thank you very much. APU is starting. You'll be able to hear it from an external view now, hopefully. Yes, you can. And there we have it. Right, fuel pumps can come on and on. Frame rate's a little bit hit and miss as well. Some places are quite smooth, other places can be a little bit pausey, but again, it's not terrible. It does its job well. Right, takeoff performance. How am I going to calculate that? Nah, so as we look at the wasted aircraft and give us a number, going to aim for a rotate at around 131 knots today, 131. So set speeds to that. Master push lights on, that means APU is active, thank you very much. You can disconnect from the ground power unit. Nothing's disconnected, so that's all looking good. Ice station come off, don't require it today. Nice and warm outside. And yeah, so far so good. Passengers still boarding. Hopefully in the next couple of minutes they'll all be on board. And then look for our departure. As my seat, I'm sitting on 25F today, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25F, so...
We're ready to go when you are.
Sorry, surname there. Pasi Hamalainen is on my seat today. This is trip mail. Very good. Hamalainen, there's not a surname on this list before, but again, my friend out there, surname was Hamalainen, so he caught me out for a second. We'll go through passages later once we're airborne. We'll go through all that stuff. Right, we're in pre-flight, passengers boarded, AP's active, descent from the ground, and so we should shortly be ready for our push and start. Right, yeah, the external is far more impressive than the internal. Unfortunately, we can't turn on the navigation lights. That's linked to the strobe lights on the circuitry, so I click on that and activates both of them. Beacon light can turn on as normal. My panel actually is really slow for some reason, but the rest of it's okay. Right, so let's pre-plan our pushback. Let's pushback pre-plan. Stick ourselves pretty much in the back corner here.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
And since we are departing on Unicom today, no TC, let's also prepare our Unicom for departure. So, bring that across. Right, departure runway is 19 right. Departing on the Mars F6 Delta departure. Transition altitude is 7,000. Currently at stand 41, was it? Yeah, gates 41. And our taxi routes to the runway today. So bring up the taxi charts at Gardermoen. So we're down here. I'm going to push back on to numbered, that's fine, right, so taxi. So I'm going to push back onto Quebec, taxi down Lima, probably go long way around, so Quebec, Lima, that's still a lie, Quebec, Sierra, Victor, sorry, Quebec, Sierra, Victor, make a right on to November, and then holding November, sorry, Alpha 9. So that's our taxi route, that's our Unicom sets. Going to announce our intention to push and start, beacon lights come on, and let's get going, shall we? So plugins, better pushback, start pushback, and wait for time to connect.
Driving up.
It looks more impressive than it feels and flies. Actually, dynamics aren't too bad on this. I'll give it credit where it's due. The flight dynamics on this airplane are actually pretty good. I can't deny it.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Right, so connects the airplane. Only message we've got are the generators, which links to the engines. APUs are running, that's good. The N1 and N2s are down on the low displays, so I'm going to have to base everything off again off of audio for starting up the engines, which again, it's not actually impossible on this airplane. Essentially, you hold the engine starts for about 15 seconds, wait for the tick, and then you just release engines to start up. So the important part for us today are the numbers, the ampage within the generator buses themselves. You can see the aircraft's figuring out where it is in the world right now, looking for its location, searching desperately.
Flight paths in and survey. Release parking brake.
Right, parking brake released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Alright, let's do this, shall we? Have got airport safety briefings, that should also play in the background as well. Engine 2 starts. You wait for that engine to tick over. Release. Number goes up. So far so good. So let's take the pitot heat, the Yeah, gone in heats as well. Engine 2, good starts. Engine 1 starts. Wait, the engine to tick over. Release. There we go, numbers starting out looking good. Yeah, close enough ground crew. That will do.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Parking brake sets.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Right, engines are active, so we can have them off the APU generator. Quick spot again. It's not into that, isn't it? It's just switched to the switch. So APU off, that comes off, APU comes off, good. Fortunately, down for a panel now, don't need to touch it anymore for the rest of the flights. Which is great, because again, for some reason, it's really, really laggy. Don't know why. Everything else is okay. For some reason, look at this panel, it's like, frame rate drops. Very peculiar. No, that's all fine, But yeah, 10 flights need to set up any lighting either. Right, let's deactivate better pushback because it's just going to stick to the aircraft's nose. Get rid of that. Now it's our intentions to taxi. I'll come off the that. Taxi lights you can set. Parking brakes released. The cassette reject takeoff brakes now. Flaps down to takeoff position. Increase throttle, and let's get going. One thing to take off is screenshot friendly. One thing it's not is pilot friendly. In the real world it's very pilot friendly, but okay, make do with what we've got in X-Plane. Which, to be fair, again, everyone can trash the aircraft if you want, but as I said in the last but furthest, Riviere as a developer, they pretty much carried X-Plane for years with their freeware add-ons. Fair enough, again, this is X-Plane 9, X-Plane 10 level tech, but for a freeware airplane, you really can't complain. At least for me, I can't say you can't complain. It's an airplane. It does its job. It does its job well. It gets you from A to B. And that's what we're looking for in these kind of things. And make a left onto Sierra. Do any more? So checklist I'm done with. Oop, before I forget, PACX also can come on 1 and 2. Good to pressurise the aircraft, wouldn't it? I'm sure passengers appreciate that.
Cabin is ready.
Thank you, cabin crew. Yeah, the weather also like it's very nice side today. A few clouds reported in Gardermoen as you saw on our weather. Look at Tampere weather right now reporting 3007 knots winds, road clouds of 2100. But apart from that, yeah, it's not too bad. So yeah, 3000 cloud base, 16 centigrade G.14, connection 1009 on arrival. That converted later on. Go to the left hand side, get a few aircraft here at Oslo at the moment. Relatively busy. There's one air at stand right now, Scandinavian Aeroflot apparently, Norwegian. Some of these will be IVAO aircraft, some will be a mix of, they got that one, we've got aircraft passage board, that's scenery static. Yeah, I do like this scenery quite a lot. Freeware from X.org. Quite a lot of libraries, like most freeware studios do, but once you've got them all, you've basically got them all, so not a bad shout. I've actually set my cruising altitude, haven't I? I'm going to have a look 2 seconds. Cruising altitude 350. Speed, that's fine. 18,000, that needs to change to 7,000. And then transition altitude, you can off 7,000, I'll check in a bit later on. There, that's more like it. Make a right onto November. Taxi to the very end, and press our departure. There's the mountain on Microsoft Flight Sim. There's that really weird spike from the scenery glitch in that one a little while ago. It was after the Scandinavia update came out. Yeah, I would have loved to just flight an MSFS, but sadly without the A220 yet on there. Come on, Snaptip, we're all waiting for you. We've seen your screenshots, seen your previews. Looks like a beautiful aircraft. Just waiting for it to release now. But once it does, which will be a complete game changer for flight. Well, everything that's released has been a game changer. Again, when Flyby released their version 1 for MSFS, the A220 Neo mod, I was like, wow, it has working seatbelt switches finally. And of course, it really was just a mod for IRS navigation setup. So set the IRS switches and input your coordinates and seatbelt sign. That was it. That was version 1. And from there, it's just become, well, it's become what it's become. It's beautiful. Because this is this is the Riviere A220. I am making use of a cockpit mod as well to increase or improve the cockpit functionality. Because the version 1 that the aircraft originally came with, no, if in this cockpit's basic, you should see the original. This is a far more improved version of it. Again, I absolutely adore the, well, the A220, I adore its takeoff engine spool up, it's glorious. The hydraulic noise you get here throughout it, that can be really annoying. It's like just that for the whole flight, non-stop. That gets annoying, but this aircraft, even with the F-mod sound pack, doesn't quite get there. Once from the air, try and find my takeoff video of the A220 from Heathrow, give you an idea of what this thing's supposed to sound like. Right, now approaching November 1. Transponder, if you set that standby, be useful. Send lights on. Strobe lights on. Set transponder to TARA. Enter the runway. Let's get out of here. Runway looks clear. Cabin crew, seats for departure, please. Right. All the engines. Engines 1, 2 stable. Let's get going. I'm gonna use toga power today, just to take anything in the air. For 131 rotates, 70 knots, 80 knots, 100. P1 rotates. P2. Positive rate to get her up. Aircraft just on the runway there. That is... didn't even see them. That's the landing... Lufthansa 206, the aircraft from Frankfurt. If you watched the first video I did, the 737 from Ryanair, I talked about that aircraft. Oh look, aircraft's departing from Frankfurt. Well, just landed now. Glad we managed to get them into the stream one way or another. I don't get one of those master caution lights. Shouldn't really be doing that, but see, it's not giving any warning messages. Everything's set. Go with it, I guess. Mission localized actions to follow the flight directors. Drops up, auto throttle armed. I'm sure the aircraft chose to auto throttle down to idle. In theory, it should. Unless you link to that somehow. Go on then, autopilot's on. Where is it? It's in this aeroplane. It is. Where is it? There it is. That's flight director. Ah! Auto. That's where it is, okay. So auto arms, localizer on, VNAV set, there we go, that's more like it. Right, so fly direct to Golf Mike 603, just to force it to get an incept. Execute that, make the right hand turn. There we go, right, now we're getting somewhere. I'm very tactful up at the camera, because again, for some reason this overhead panel is like, cool, so slow, so slow. At the very least, we're now airborne. Slowly climbing out now. I'll set the anthem to standard if I can do that. Do it in manual, I think. So 29902.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now passing through 10,000 feet. You can now turn on your larger portable electronic devices.
And
As a reminder,
set the land lights
please
to
fasten while
off.
you're seated and do not congregate in the galleys or near the lavatory.
Right, welcome to our climb outs. I'm just going to try and figure out what's causing the frame rate hitch. Is anything obvious? I'm trying to fix it. Apparently it's the GPU. Apparently it's really heavy on the graphics card, apparently. Don't know what's being so heavy about it, but I don't know. Something's causing it to slow down a bit. This external view seems okay. In fact, pretty jumping up the clouds as well. There we go. That's more like it. Clouds. Clouds are causing the frame rate problem. Okay, we're okay. Passing the 15,000. Frame rate's far more stable now. Not perfect, but it's not terrible either. Next stop, Tampere. So we climb to level 350, 35,000 feet. The nav out of control of the airplane. Now get a chance to sit back, relax, enjoy the flights. And we'll just get closer to Tampere. Start programming our approach into the airport today. So again, expecting runway 24 on arrival on the Xormu to Charlie approach. I must say this aircraft does look like it's banking. It's been going around this corner for a little while now. Hopefully it should level off very shortly. 10,000 feet, zoom out, so I can do that here. It's not range, that's mode. Lied to me, unless it's like another click spot somewhere. Oh yeah, no, there is. That one? Doesn't do anything. That's changing mode, that's fine. Okay, maybe I can't zoom lower out, that's a shame. Not the end of the world. Tell you what, we'll get the airfly directs to Marseille, I think. Or Golf Mike 605. Direct, we're doing that, so I can just force it with directs. If you're real world A220 pilots, then often fight their aeroplanes to keep it flying steady. Again, I'm not really fighting, it's just a case of you have to get the... It takes moments to get everything in the right places. If you get it in the right place, then it's good to go, but if you just can't quite get it to bite, you are having to try your best to keep things running smooth. This airplane looks good, I guess. Come on, fly on the flight plan, fly on the line. I know you want to. You know, 3 waypoints, it should be pretty straightforward after that. Again, it's also a little bit of overcorrecting its heading every single time as well. So push to the left, and push to the right. Missed the line, and then ended up flying to a little course. We're up at 35,000 now, flight level 350 cruising altitude, aircraft will level off, and away to hold a max speed of decimal 77 today. Hopefully that should get on course. If not, it's going to be a very wibbly wobbly flight today. Can I limit its bank angle on this thing? The answer is no, I can't. Some aircraft like a half bank option, some aircraft let you limit their bank. I think that's kind of got it there. A little bit still a bit onto the stick if I need to get this thing back centered. There we go. That'll do. So, during departure, depart to make around 10, that's fine. A little bit of wibble wobble, a little bit of wibble wobble. Finally, got to Marseille. trying to attempt to left hand turn. These stats pretty get rid of that waypoint anyway, just go direct if we want to make it steady. Now see how it goes. If it does it, it does it. If it wobbles a bit, Stormy will go direct. Right, cabin crew can find their service. See if I sign up turned off, didn't it? So we should turn that off. It's actually a quick climber as well. The real aircraft doesn't climb nearly as fast. But a Riviera, oh boy, this seems like a rocket. Satisfaction 92%, that's alright. Cabin now move around. Let's go through passenger list. If you've got any names, give us a shout and we'll look at a stat. Well, don't give me a shout, this is a premiere. But I'm sure someone will see someone. It's gonna be a mix of Norwegian. It's the Azerbaijanisation of that surname again. Azerbaijanisation of something something. Oh yes, Caroline, are you related? I don't know where that surname came from, but it exists apparently. That's the second time I've seen that as well. It's beautiful. Apart from that, it's pretty much standard cabin today. No names. That's all for now. So, aircraft will make left-hand bank. Now that it's on the actual course, it seems to be doing it far better now. Yeah, that should do us quite nicely today. Again, noise Drawyah. Remember to set the clouds performance based. If you don't, it seems going to lag. Wasn't the aeroplane in the end? To be fair, it makes sense. You're looking up at the sky. It's not even the panel you're looking at. You're looking at the clouds. That's what causing the frame rate drop. And it seems to be pretty balanced at the moment. Flight's progressing well. Space arrival in about 45 minutes. Let's plug in our expected arrival into Tampere, so runway 24. ISG Yankee or Zulu, let's have a look at charts before we plug anything in. Right, so, a bit bigger as well. Approach charts, runway 24, Zulu takes us in from Gombe, the hold at Levgu even. That's a tough down approach in. We'll probably just go for that one because it links in at Spock and Inroll. We start to Charlie. Yeah, let's let leg do as well. So leg do link, straight in from Marbev. All this for your IVAO. So the last waypoint is Zulu. If it's the right chart, that would help. Right, there you go. Sormu to Abtok, Abtok to Legdu, links at Legdu to approach. That's fine. So this will be on the Zulu. Sormu to Charlie. Invalid entry. Okay, the other way around then. So page. Sormu to Charlie. -24 Zulu. Transition. Abtok or Enroll, don't require any of those. Execute that, and it should sit flat pan quite nicely. So we'll mark top percent for us just after Sipri. You get 10,000 bytes on me, so that shows you how quick descent will be. Yeah, that's all good. Right, let's also plug in our frequencies, so radio navigation. Nav 1 is 110.1. Course is 235. Just go by the sides. 235. Take that. So why don't you take that? They will work it out. Speed max decimal 8, this is the VNAV, that's fine. If I try and change it, it should lock it back to 0.8. As it does. Vertical speed, heading 101, Yeah, that'll do. So as soon as you hit the top descent, straight over to source nav 1, and now allow the aircraft and follow the glide slope down. Perfect. So you go back to the legs page for now. Sit you here for now. And hopefully we'll get a prediction for our top descents. Because again, I can't zoom her out. Very, very annoying that. I also have a chrono as well, forgot about that. Well, that's not the end of the world. We've now entered Sweden. Not that we should see much because of the cloud layer, but yeah, we've left Norway, now flying overhead to Sweden. We should be ahead for about 20 minutes or so. Fly the Gulf of Bothnia, start the descent over Rauma, and bring it into land over Tampere. Fly over the city centre, make a loop of the city before coming into Croatia. That'd be quite a nice thing to spot on the way in. And yeah, so far so good. A220 serving us well. Serving us well. Our passengers doing 2x3 season layouts in the BCS. airBaltic being the largest operator of this aircraft, they've got 38 in their fleet at the moment. Used to have a mixed fleet of 737-300s and 500s, but ultimately retired them all in favour of the C series. And yeah, to be fair, as an airline, they've really expanded a lot in the last couple of years with these airplanes. Far better than I think a lot of people expected from them. Because airBaltic, they've always been they've not been a major aviation player in history, but they've always had a fair few they've had a fair few aircraft in their fleet, they've had a fair few routes. They've never really shone as like the biggest airline in the world, but in recent years with the A220, they've expanded operations quite a lot. They've got cheaper tickets now as well, so more efficient airplane, cheaper per passenger, therefore cheaper tickets overall. Tampere we're flying to today, they're going to open up a base there soon, so they're going to start flying operations out there later this year, I think it is, or next year. But as an airline, they've expanded a lot as an airline, they get better and better pretty much with every so yeah, I can't zoom in that, it's really annoying. Rubby out that they get. They've got special liveries for the Baltic countries. They've got Lithuania, Latvia and Estonia, three kind of carriers that fund it. They've got heritage as well, special liveries for all three of those countries. And slowly increasing operation throughout. So a lot of credits to airBaltic. It's good to give them fly as well, because airBaltic, now I've always been eyeing on. Mayfair or 737s, but the A220 is pretty good as well. Now I've been eyeing to fly, and finally an opportunity to fly it. Originally it was going to be planned of flying from London to Estonia, so London to Riga, and then Riga to Helsinki or wherever. Or London to Riga, Riga to Tampere. But with flights operating out of Oslo now, it's far cheaper and far more convenient to make a stop over in Oslo. Of course, again, Ryanair do fly direct from Stansted to Tampere, but only on a Saturday. It was a Friday, so I went on Friday instead. Also, it was Saturday, like 9 PM departure. Landed at Tampere at midnight, way too late. It's like 2 days of my trip just gone. So met at the flight in the morning of Friday, get there Friday afternoon, meet up with my friend when she gets the bus up later in the day, and then kind of go from there. Plans for Tampere is going to be, of course, the Moon Museum. You can't go to Finland, you can't go to Tampere without going to the home of the Moomins. So do that at some point. It's like a theme park with massive observation tower in the middle of it somewhere near the city. I can't remember the name of it, but we're going to go over to that. And yeah, for me it's just time to go to another city, because whenever I go to Finland I've always done Lappeenranta and Helsinki, so Tampere is a new place for me to go visit. I'll do Lappeenranta of course again, because I've got friends out there who need to see as well. But yeah, we go to Lappeenranta, spend a few days there, then out to Helsinki, and then out to home. Right, so 107 miles to Sipri. My team top percent might. Well, I presume the aircraft does give you top percent indicator. It must do. It must do on the ND. So I have to zoom in now, which is a pain. Yeah, I'm sure we'll get some sort of reference when we need to start the descents. So for aircraft progressing well. 92 to test fashion still. Aircraft up at cruise. ETA 37 minutes. I think we are probably a little bit behind schedule at the moment. Got a bit of catching up to do. We'll get to that bridge when we cross it. So if we look at the British Hospital, so that's our aircraft again, that's our progression, flying to Tampere. So Tommy 2 Charlie, 124. Tommy 2 Charlie takes us from Tormu up to Pirkkala at Spock, past below 2700, make that turn, gets us to localizer, throws us over to this chart, so we at 2000 by Gomid, which is the top of the glide slope. Gets up and sets to that, and then down the path to landing. Simmy's 101, this 1, 235 course. Pirkkala is 116.2 for the VOR. And of course, if you go around up to Arneg, 2,700, do circles until we get yourself another route into land. I'll get rid of the Oslo charts now. Don't need those anymore, sorry. Tired. Now you are probably talk normal now. Yeah, so halfway across Sweden, very shortly about to enter the Bay of this one, whatever it's called. The Bay of Bothnia. So nice pitch at the moment. It's kind of very, very level, is it? It's a very well balanced airplane, the C-Series, you know. It doesn't move an inch off that horizon line. No, if you use X-Plane, then honestly, this aircraft's worth a shot. It's not perfect. It doesn't. It's not perfect. It does a job though. If you get it with the cockpit upgrade and the there's one that was it. You have the standard aircraft, the Riviere A220. Get it with the cockpit upgrades. Get it with the F mod sounds. The lighting mod does not work in Breaks Airplane, so don't get the lighting mods. Just leave that one out. But F mod sounds and the cockpit upgrades does make it flyable. As long as you actually use the kind of old style X-Plane controls with the clicky buttons, no mouse scroll wheel. Get yourself on that, then yeah, genuinely an aircraft that's probably worth flying. Yeah, not perfect, won't win any awards, but it does a job. Does it do fixes? It does! Ooh, okay. Okay, that's good, right. That's very good. Go to legs, go to runway 24. Going to draw a radial crossing. Right. So it's right now 350, so 105 miles. Is that correct? See if I can zoom out and check that. I promise I can't zoom out, I can't check it. Changing mode perhaps. No, can go step by step. Okay, can check the flight plan. Okay, maybe not that. Fixes. Try 105 onto you. And then just delete that. Then show, okay, can at least do it for the landing. So fixes. Runway 24. Right, so I'm going to do one for 10 miles, which is on the glide slope. Will that appear? No. Will that appear? No. Okay. Okay, maybe we can't do them. That's a shame. I'll leave it at that for now. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So we've got our approach configured. We've got our frequency set for the ILS. Set up our Unicom now, because again, I don't think Tampere of all airports will get ATC on the arrival today. For some reason, I think it gets much ATC anyway. So, let's runway 24. Actually, there we go. 24 on the Stormy 2 Charlie arrival, inbound from the west. Transition level, confirm that on the charts, please. Uh, 5,000 feet. So we change that on the aircrafts. West. Highest approach. Transition 050. So 12% on like that we get there. Back to FMS, go to the descent profile, 050 set. So 45 miles from Sipri now, 170 miles from Zormu. Figure out 12% and get that. if I quickly refer to my A220 flights I did last time from Heathrow to Zurich, let me have a look at the aircraft lines on that occasion. Does it give me anything? Yeah, can't zoom her out, I remember. The answer is no, there's no top percent marker. And winged it pretty much throughout. Cool, so we'll get this time. So SIP 3 we need to be at level. So we're trying to say when's it right. Top percent. So top percent comes after SIP 3. We enter the Helsinki FIR, so we enter finished airspace. Top percent is so it's 40 miles after SIP 3. We get top percent, 40 miles. $70 miles to descent. As for descent rates, I think we have to do that a bit manually. Just confirm that again from the last flight. See, I'm referring to my old video for my video today in regards to descent. No, actually, I think it does have descent, does it, automatically? Yeah, if I activate flight level change, it will descend also on its own. Okay, that's fine, we can deal with that. Cool. And the land dynamics are pretty simple on this thing, it's not too difficult to get a hand around. So we'll get onto that shortly. Alright, goodbye Sweden. It's been a pleasure flying over your airspace today. Next stop, Suomi. Soon, so 28 miles to SIP 3, 40 miles off of that, so it's when we get to Suomi, 40 miles, 100, and when I get to about 83 miles will be top percent on that. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to flying, I mean, this flight I'm doing now, A220 aircraft I'm familiar with. Next flights for me will be on the 6th of July, and that will be on board the Airbus A350. So that's what I'm really excited for. So my first time on a wide-body aeroplane, first time flying a long-haul aircraft, short-haul flight from London to Helsinki. So it's not going to be the longest range ever, but for me, again, it's the first time flying that kind of aircraft, and so it's one that I have been long awaiting for. I'm so used to narrow bodies. I'm sure my first flight on a wide body will be like, that's it. I'm never flying 737 again. This is too good. This is too glorious. But I am excited for it. Very excited for it. So hopefully I'll get a chance to fly in the premiere for that one. Just got to get everything prepared for it. And then, yeah, a few more videos to expect on the channel in the next couple of weeks. So again, no live streams this weekend, unfortunately, because of the fact that I'm not at home this weekend. I'm in Finland, in the country. I've got on holiday. But hopefully, once back in the UK, we'll have a chance to do a few more kind of normal videos and live streams and kind of get going from there. So this weekend, expect some quiet from my end, as I spend time with my friends. I haven't seen them in so long now. People actually care about me. Yeah, I know you guys care. You're always just in the videos and streams. You're always here chatting, so yeah. As ever, I do appreciate your support, but I've got to take a break sometimes. I can't burn myself out streaming every single weekend. And so, I say, as ever, I do appreciate the support from you guys. You are all fantastic. It's good to take a break every once in a while, just to sit back, relax, just, yeah, don't let yourself burn out. All of a sudden you stop enjoying what you enjoy. And these streams, this channel, I absolutely adore this channel. It's fun to just sit down, fly virtual airplanes, talk to you guys, and just basically what's a hobby for me, which it's always will be. So yeah, it'd be good to rest and relax, enjoy a bit of R&R in the sun. Right, so 108 miles to go. It'll be quite a steep flight level change this one, so we'll have to do some steps, be smart about it. So first have to just be at, in reference to GeForce, as it has FIR, we need to be at 16,000 by Xormu, so I'll give that a go first. 16,000 by Xormu, and then work my way down from there. Raise the altitude to 16,000. Again, wait, that's it. That's it about. We'll let that hit 90, and then we'll start to descend. So a little bit early, I guess, down to 90, and then flight level change it. Cancel Newcom, I'm going to hit our top descents, and also let's speak to passengers. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, updates from the. Really? Is that what you're going to give me? Hello, ladies and gentlemen, updates from the flight deck. We are just about to start our descent into Tampere and should be landing in approximately 25 minutes. If you need to use toilets, please do so now, as we'll be preparing the aircraft shortly for our approach and landing. Therefore, starting to see the signs back on and locking the toilet doors. We hope you enjoyed the flight so far, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your flights with AirBaltic today. Right, let's descend, shall we? Really? Bit of a sharp nose down there, 220. Passenger satisfaction's dropped. So they're going to lose a few points for extreme flying auditions on this one. That's annoying. Come on, 220, you're better than this. I'm trying my best to praise you to show me reasons why you're not very good. I can't wait for a proper release. Okay, it's done its job, the A220 from Riviere, but it's in need of retirement. But again, if you've got X-Plane and want to kill a few hours on the fun little aeroplane, you can do worse than this. You can do worse than this. So then now, all of a sudden, it's flying a more normal tent rates, actually managing everything quite nicely. fact, it's actually doing a really good job managing everything nicely. If I set that to 3000, which is the inset, sorry, 2000 inset for quite slow, will it follow all the way down? We'll see. We'll see what happens. Again, we've got the different waypoints as reference, so pass Zormu level 100, Kappa 412 700, PyCon 63, so forth. So we've got reference markers. We'll see how it holds. If it doesn't do well, we can always use a holding pattern somewhere. If it's too far, we can always reduce the descent rate slightly, but you never know, maybe that cost more impressive than I thought it was. Maybe I just had a slightly late top of descents, which is unlikely given the chance that given the fact our paper said to descend at that point. In fact, we descended 10 miles early. Passing through level 300, flight level 300, 30,000 feet. Calculate approach speeds for us. The answer is no. So darn approach speeds, I think. Oop, can set up the winds? Can we? Yes, that's fine. No, we can't. Progress. No, we can't. Okay, that's fine. Approach speed 146 knots today. 146. Here we go, welcome to Finland. Welcome to the land of 1,000 lakes. And say goodbye to Finland, the clouds have just covered it. Flight's gonna give 15 minutes weather updates. Probably should get active sky, but X-Plane's default weather setup isn't too bad. And again, I don't really fly X-Plane too much, especially X-Plane 11, so maybe on 12 releases, we'll see how that goes. But for X-Plane 11, default weather, it's served me well this far, it'll serve me well to the very end. Passing shortly through 27,000, level 270. Speed being managed around 275 knots. See how that changes throughout. So I'm looking at that, it's saying hold at 110 knots. That's not going to happen, aeroplane. Can I change that, please? Uh, 270 at 100. It's not allowed, that's annoying. Okay, VNav off. Find a quick spot somewhere. Okay, that's 270. Uh, 48 miles from Zormu. That's where I get different numbers as well. So this tells me I'm passing Zormu at flights level 163. This tells me I need to pass at 10,000 or below. Very different numbers. 163, 169, enter the star, 1800. Yeah, as long as I'm in between now, I'll be alright. Increase that rate slightly, 1,800 feet per minute. Yeah, definitely on the high side at the moment, so try and push nose down a little bit more. 2,000 feet per descent should do. ETA now it's 1306 Zulu, so plus 2 hours for Finland, sorry, plus 3 hours for Finland, 2 hours ahead, so 13, 14, 16, so 1604, so 1606 Zulu expected arrival. Landing time is 1620, so doing alright for time as well, so 1608 local time, minus 2 hours for UK time, 220, minus another hour for Zulu, 120 time. Yeah, and 2 hours ahead, so it's the first time that I've been furthest east. Not even in -1. I've always been on Greenwich Mean Time or British Summer Time. I've never been on any time zones kind of before the UK, early in the UK. I've always been later, so plus 2 hours for Finland, plus 2 hours for Greece, plus 1 for Poland, Italy, Spain, every other country apart from the UK basically. Then we go to Dublin in August, same time zone there. Tunisia was a fun one because the time zone was +1, but they don't have summertime out there. They don't have these 1 times the whole year, so essentially it was the same time as the UK. 0 jet lag from North Africa. It's not, again, that was a good trip to Tunisia. Really enjoyed that one. Within the space of a week, went to the Swiss Alps, to the Sahara Deserts, which is quite a change. But yeah, it's weird because I'm so used to flying like within Europe. All the airports lined with grass or rock, or sometimes a Jerba. The runway's lined with sand, just like sand and desert, and oof, where's this place? Where am I flying to? But yeah, Tunisia definitely was worth a trip out. If you get a chance to North Africa, definitely go for it. It's one of the better places I've been to. Bit dirty, full of litter, unfortunately, especially out in some of the desert areas. But people there are kind enough. The scenery is fantastic. Lovely, nice place to go. Passing 17,000, level 170. Probably pushing those up a little bit now. Shortly you'll appear on the charts. That'd be very handy for us to then guide ourselves in. So Zormu, pass through. Is it right charts? That's the departure chart I'm looking at. There we go, yeah, so should arrive on this chart very shortly. Zormu passes below 10,000, so it does say 10,000 on the charts, therefore aim for the charts. Tap up for 1-2 below 7,000, PyCob, and then down to 27 below for Atsbox. So yeah, if the charts say less than 10,000, ignore this number. That's incorrect. Have a pen? No, I don't. Yeah, so okay, try and get below 10,000 for the next waypoint. Got 13 miles? Yeah, 14 miles. Drop 5,000 feet. Get the seat signs back on, toilet's locked. That's Pori out there. It's like a freight harbour town. A lot of shipping goes out through Pori. passing through 13,000. Yeah, we're going to be a little bit on the high side, but should be alright for the rest of the descent to maintain the required altitudes for the charts in the start. Passing 13,000, let's grab the ATIS for this airspace. That's into 1009. Which is going to be 2979. Right, time to fix my approach, I guess. Just remind myself, got ourselves a localizer, which links to the localizer of the glide slope. Glide slope mode, we at the top of the descent, approach mode for systems go. Cabin crew, 10 minutes to landing, 10 minutes. Get that lights on. Very cloudy today, cloudy after it would be, I must admit. Get some slightly clearer skies than this. Alright,
We have begun our final descent
there's an altitude indicator. Because the VNAV's not set, is it? No, it should 2% below.
Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you.
240 knots. VNAV arms, will that do it? Should do now. We're a little bit further off the approach than I thought we would be at the moment, but what does that set to? 7,000? A bit further down please, down to 2 please. Okay, 1,700 minutes, that shall do. Below 250 knots now, 240 will hold, stand lights active, cabin crew are checking the aircraft and screen now. Yeah, just under 10 minutes to landing now. The cloud layout, ceiling altitude for the cloud, sorry, base layout altitude for the cloud is currently reporting at 3,100. So get some visibility below. Like a wire on top of my head there. It's like it's a shadow. Here's a reflection of my headset. We'll pass through 8,000. The airport to our right hand side very shortly. Actually, we'll make it a bit visual. We're about to break through this cloud in front of us now, and just beyond that is a gap, an opening for us to look through. Passing 7,000, level 70. Probably going to reduce our descent rate a little bit more. Actually, 8 miles to go. Pycob needs to be at now choose restriction, 2,700 below for Atsbok. Atsbok is 11 plus 8, 19 miles. Okay, we'll leave it at this for now then. Pax increase it down to 2,000. Reduce speeds to 230. There we go, breaking through the cloud now. Let's have our first look at Tampere. It's raining! Great. Don't expect rain today. Hopefully a bit brighter in real life. There's the airport, just to our right. There's like the city centre. We'll fly around and into land. I was not expecting... Is it really raining there? Well, apparently it is. Weather's meant to clear up pretty good next week, but apparently the one day I'm recording this, it's raining. You guessed it. It's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Right, 5,000 passing. Up a little bit, it's 1,600 feet per minute. And once we reduce speeds down to 230 knots, we'll set the passenger flaps. No spoilers. Next one. There we go, that's more like it. Bring those up a little bit more now since we're well below where we need to be at the moment. Altitude managed to catch up quite nicely down to so that'll do quite nicely then for us. 2,100, aircraft level of around 2,000. Means we go for glass slope as soon as we make our end turn. Perfect. Cabin crew, please be prepared for landing. Got a nice sharp right hand turn coming up, so we get the cabin crew all secured as well. It's arrived about 1 minute and 25 seconds, so actually pretty good for time today. Probably helps by the fact the aircraft's climb performance is so fantastic, it can get us up to any altitude within seconds. It is what it is. It is what it is. Right, here comes the bank. Just 220 knots on the stage of flaps. It's all those crazy dynamics where it pitches the nose down to keep the aircraft level with flaps activated. It doesn't reduce throttle, no. It chooses to combat it by pointing the nose down. Bad limit theory. You are pretty good, but some aircraft just can't handle you. Here comes a right hand turn. That brings us onto the approach path. We now start to establish on Unicom and bring it into land. Cabin crew secured. Gear and flaps are due when ready. Brake set to braking position 2. Go. Right hand turn. Right now, plan runway heading. Switch over to nav 1. Localizer is active. And here comes the glide slope. Reduce speeds down to 146 minimum approach speeds. Approach mode active. Gear down. Set for landing. Gear down, 3 greens, brakes set. Spoilers will do manually in this case. Yeah, that's it for landing. Can we arm spoilers? I think we can. I think we can, there we go. Spoilers armed, perfect. Landing clearance assumed. Pre-land check complete. The little movements in the rudder there, sorry, little movements in the elevator there, just to keep the aircraft steady. Small trim movements. Don't know if the aircraft will throttle or not for landing, so we're going to make the assumption it does not, and just throttle manually. Ready for sound seals pilots, assumed we're on the short final. Winds are pretty calm at the moment, 3 knots coming in from 26 degrees, so very, very steady on that regard today. 1000, stable approach. Switch altitude. In a second, we'll set 3000. Okay, forget it. Stable approach, bring it into land. And again, I wonder if you're at the click spots in this aeroplane properly. Also, it's visible because the aircraft doesn't use the side stick of the A220. Idle throttle and touchdown. Reverse is set. $100 knots. Oh, late reverse thrust action there. 80 knots. 6 knots reverse is cut. Hit the brakes and vacate to the right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tampere.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our destination. The local
And
time
that's
is
off.
4:16
APU
p.m.
can start.
Currently about 16 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening
Protect the gates.
as items may have shifted
dislike the aircraft, and go through the replay. That's a very smooth landing, 135 feet per minute that was. Very, very happy with that overall. Very, very happy indeed. So taxi to the stand. Stand was at 3 Alpha it gave us on SAM. Alpha 3, yes. So grab the ground charts for that. Taxi. L3 is kind of the taxi stands, not quite the terminal, but it's an open one area on the left hand side, that's fine. Flaps up, spoilers down. A little bit of moisture making up from the ground, so it has just finished raining here. Fortunately, rain has stopped now, so that's some dry until I get off the aeroplane. But overall, not bad not bad at all. Turn off the strobe lights now. Landing lights are already off, taxi lights are active, APU is starting, switch off the APU bleed as soon as it turns on. But no, overall, really enjoyed that flight. The aircraft's done a fine job for us, I think. Can't fault it to one bit, apart from all the faults it had on the way. Yeah, I don't know, do I fly this more often? Do I just say, kind of, leave for premieres and then provide by the time we get another aircraft? But next time I fly the A220 again, it will be release the synaptic. You call it a day. As much as I like the fun this airplane, it's not. It's one you have to keep in mind on all the time. You can't really wander away from it because the moment there's something else, potentially something else can go wrong. So you have to very much focus on this flight from start to finish. There's no room to coast away. Really? I'm doing okay. The ground charts I've got show different. The ground charts I've got show that we enter the stands as normal, and then park this way around. But obviously, this ground scenery at some point is a bit different. Come on, I'm using so much throttle now to get the aircraft moving. There we go. Right, hold position, parking brake sets, engines off, taxi lights off, beacon lights off, seatbelt sign off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tampere Pirkkala. Flight time today was 1 hour exactly, with temperature outside right now at 60 degrees centigrade. Thank you for flying with airBaltic. We hope you enjoyed the flight with us on board today, and we hope to see you again in the very near future. Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross check please. Thank you very much for flying with us today. Alright, so I'll get to the cabin. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tampere. Beam lights are all off, that's all off. Sam, again, not think compatible with this aircraft, so they can't open any doors or get anyone to disembark, which is a shame. Apart from that, yeah, flight's complete. Welcome to Tampere. To this point, I'll be disembarking the airplane, make way to the terminal, and then when we see my friends yet, I've got, well, one of them's, well, so one's in the town centre to working, the other one's, you know, have to take a bus up and North in the evening, so it'll be late to actually see them, but it won't be too long. It won't take too long to actually then catch up, so it won't be too bad. But I'm excited, like I said, it's been a good 3 years since I last saw them. It was Christmas, New Year's 2020 I last saw them, so yeah, 3 years now. Actually, okay, 2.5 years and 3. Right, so no doors open. Let's go through the replays, I guess. So the passengers thought of our landing today to find an appropriate starting point. That will do. 212 angle, trees in Finland. All chops down. Right. So short final in. Very, very stable approach. Very, very steady this. There's your flare. There's your idle. Oh, that's smooth. That's very smooth. Best landing yet, I think, in the sim. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And again, for some reason, the reverse thrust just came out really, really late. Let's do the same for the right-hand side. Passengers over the wing. Sadly, the cabin don't quite go as far back as my seat, so I can't go from my perspective from 25F. There you go, nice and steady. Yeah, beautifully done. Can't fault that really. In fact, the reverse doors opened on time. It's only now they actually kick in. So I don't quite know why there's such a delay between actually deploying reversers and then actually, well, reversers spooling up. Go for behind the wing. Just get nice and steady on the approach. Very, very little in the way of movements. The aircraft's pretty much stable itself the entire way down. Oh, camera moves like that. Camera just moves like that because it wants to. There you go. Over the runway. There's the flare. And actually, the shape of the runway itself probably could have done even smoother. I didn't quite hit that exact marker there. It's not the flattest runway in the world, Tampere, is it? Not really flat. Right, one last speed landing, this time from the side of the runway, just before we touch down. Again, not quite as smooth as I normally get on MSFS, but we get close enough. Short final in, nice and steady. Ooh, that's really a little bit of a bounce there. Suspension, this thing really, really well defined. Nah, I'll take that. I'll take that. But yeah, that's the end of that trip today. So London Stansted to Oslo Gardermoen. From there, onwards to Tampere Pirkkala. Spend 6 days in Finland, and eventually find my way over to Helsinki. When I fly the Airbus A220 Finnair back to London Heathrow. Nothing to also say. I don't fly into Finland or a different airline. First time I flew with British Airways, exited Norwegian, entered with Ryanair into Volanta, exited jet time with out of Helsinki. Now to airBaltic, now exiting with Finnair. 6 flights in or out of Finland, 6 different airlines. Gotta figure out some other carriers to take next time. Probably Scandinavian, no my luck. Yeah, so that's the end of that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did. Do subscribe if it's ready. Thank you very much for watching. No live streams this weekend, so like I say, take a short break. Gonna go out and enjoy myself on holiday. So back again probably next Thursday with another live stream. And Wednesday if I'm back to the UK, so at that point I'll have Premiere going for that. Cool, so thanks for watching guys. You take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon for some action. Take care and have a good one. Bye bye.